Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Flipping Your Instruction. Glad you guys could be here with us today. One of the things Greg and I really wanted to do when we were planning this class was we thought it would be a little silly if we did a Flipping Your Instruction class and then we stood in the front of the room and lectured the whole time. Didn't really fit what we wanted to do. So we decided to go ahead and flip some of these lessons. You already got to see one from Greg on kind of the research of flipping and what it can do for your class. My portion now is going to be more how to flip, some tools, some strategies. So at this point, I'm going to give you guys a second to go ahead and open a blank Google Doc so you can take some notes on what I'm going to talk about. And I'm going to go ahead and get into presentation mode and go ahead and get that started. Okay, so I'll let you guys go ahead and get ready to maybe take some notes on some of the things I'm going to say, and then we will get started. Again, I'm going to be going over really how to flip, just some tools and strategies. By no means is this an endless, exhaustive list. This is just some of the things Greg and I have used, some of the things we've done research on and come up with ourselves. So really, the very first thing when you're going to flip your instruction is you need a tool to do that. It's not something you can just stand in front of the class because, again, well, that's called lecturing. So now we actually need something. The very first one I wanted to share with you is as simple as it sounds. It's the camera app on your phone or your iPad or your Android. So it's really just opening the camera app, setting it up on a table on a tripod, and filming yourself. Extremely simple. Flip cameras have this. Even digital SLR cameras have this feature of recording videos. Anything that can record video, really. I am currently using the second bullet point, Electa Live. This is a great program. It's free. It's simple to use, and it works on the PC you've been given by Wentzville. I'm using one right now to do this. The really cool thing is you get my face right here, okay? Because you can put that picture-in-picture there. Some of these other ones don't allow for that, such as if you're using the camera app, obviously it's going to be just you on camera. Now I can have me and you're looking at my presentation. YouTube Capture, that's an app on an iPad or a phone. And one of the best feature of it is you record just like you would on the camera app, but literally as soon as you hit stop recording, whatever you recorded goes directly to YouTube. There is no other steps involved in that. You just go straight to YouTube and then your video is ready to go. Screen Chomp. This would be great, I think, for like a math teacher. Really the next two I could see being awesome for a math teacher for the simple fact that these are great for recording handwriting. So if you're doing math problems, this could be a really great way to make sure and record all your strokes, make sure exactly the kids see what the process was for the problem. They also will record audio, and you can get the entire thing sent up to ScreenChomp servers, and you'll be good to go. Smart Recorder. Again, this is easy because it's built into your computer with Smart Notebook. You're not going to be able to do the picture-in-picture thing like I'm doing right now, but you will be able to record your entire screen, and you could open Smart Notebook and record your handwriting. Screencast-O-Matic, well, I guess kind of its claim to fame, it is an online screen recorder. They do have software you can download, but you don't have to. You can literally go to Screencast-O-Matic, and it will have a button that says Record Now, and it will begin recording there. So really, it's a personal preference. What do you like doing? What works best for you? We're going to encourage you to try multiple different avenues through this class. So, best practices. Through the research, things Greg and I have read, lessons we've seen flipped, what are the things that really you want to try to adhere to? Well, the first one is FaceTime. Some of those I just mentioned, they don't necessarily have the picture-in-picture thing, so you don't get a picture of your mug right here, okay? But it's really a lot of the pros that do this say you should be on camera at least once every 90 seconds, just because this may be hard to believe, but the kids like you. They really do. So they want to see you. If they are simply looking at just a presentation, they're going to tend to zone out of that. So FaceTime is a big one. Length, you do not want to make these things an hour long. Your goal is supposed to be about 8 to 10 minutes. Research shows, and probably I'm sure Greg went over this as well, about an 8 to 10 minute flipped classroom instruction lesson is about an hour lecture. So keep the length pretty short. Audience, who's going to be watching this? Okay, is this something you're giving to parents? Is this something you're giving to your kids? How are they going to watch it? Think about those things. Are they going to be watching this online? Do they need a flash drive? So just think about your audience. The next one's kind of a humorous one for Greg and I. But just because you're going to be digital doesn't mean you're less boring. And that's not to me say you guys are all boring, because you're not. I know most of you, and you people are not boring. You're here. So you're pretty awesome. But if your lectures are boring in real life, well, chances are they're probably going to be boring on the computer too. So you might want to do things, spice them up a little bit. Feel free to throw in jokes. Your kids. Use that to your advantage. The other thing is one take. You will probably notice throughout this video, I may stumble over some words. I might have some awkward pauses at times where it looks, maybe I don't know what my next point was. That's okay. That's how we do it in real life. I don't stop in the middle of a lecture and say, oh, you know what? I messed that word up. I think I'm going to go back to the beginning. So really do it in one take. This is very helpful too, because if you are a perfectionist and you think I have to do this again, you will never get one of these done, because there's always something you can make better. Kind of the last part of this is at home or in class. It's pretty cool for the kids to maybe see a different surrounding sometimes. Obviously right now you see the lovely basement that I work in here. But think about it if maybe you're in class for the first few, but then all of a sudden you do a flipped lesson and you're at home. Your living room wall's behind you. Maybe your kid runs in front of the camera. That's just life. The kids like that. They like to know, hey, you're human too, and just kind of see those things going on. Okay, so your purpose. You don't just want to flip. Oh, cool. Now I can flip this lesson. I really don't have to do anything. You need to have a plan for this. Why are you doing it? Are you using the new time you have in class, as Greg talked about earlier? Are you using that now to implement these awesome lessons? Or are you just flipping because Greg and Mike said it's something cool to do? Not every lesson all year needs to be flipped. Some people, we tell them about this flipped classroom structure, and I can't just not talk to my kids anymore. I can't do that. Well, you don't have to do that. Go ahead and flip a unit. Maybe it's one lesson a week that you flip. It's another great way to mix things up in your class. As teachers, we're always looking for something different to do. Here's a great way. Go ahead and flip a lesson. Keep the kids on their toes. And then the biggest one, be ready for the 45 minutes, because your lecture is going to be over and the kids are going to be staring at you. And all of a sudden, the lesson that you used to talk for 45 minutes, and now you can fill that last 10 minutes with a worksheet. Well, now you have 45 minutes and the kid's staring at you. If you try to pull off the worksheet, well, they're going to be done, and you're again going to have another half hour staring at you, and they're going to wonder what to do. So really be ready to implement some new activities. And that's one of the things Greg and I really want to help you with. And we're going to definitely use your brains as well, because you guys have some amazing ideas for your classroom. Okay, so your activity. Now, here's your assignment. You guys, in your groups, you are going to flip a lesson using the tool assigned to your group. Now, how you get that tool assigned is as soon as I'm done with this video and you're ready to go, you need to come up and see me, and I will assign you a tool. So one person in your group, come see me so I can give you a tool to use. And what this flipped lesson is going to be an overview of the tool. So it's a flipped lesson on how to flip. I'm not sure if that works, but we're going to make it work. The lesson should be an overview, and you should have some of the pros, some of the cons of the tool. It's okay to say, hey, we really didn't like this for this reason. That's okay. We want to have everybody to have options. And what one person likes, someone else might not. Every member of the group has to be involved. Nobody can just be that silent partner off camera. Everybody has to be involved. And then kind of to make this fun for everybody, the last portion of your lesson, well, that should be a life lesson that you want to teach the class. What is that life lesson that your group just feels everyone in the class should know? Well, you need to go ahead and flip that and teach us that through your flipped lesson. What is that life lesson? So go ahead and feel free to have fun with that. So that is, in essence, that's a flipped lesson. Okay, you guys just went through. You've seen a couple now. Again, they're not that long, but they cover a lot of stuff. Hopefully you guys were able to take some notes. And, well, I look forward to seeing you up here soon so you can come get your tool. Thanks, guys.